Hey guys, welcome back to Central City Barbecue. I'm Pitmaster James Cruz, and in this week's video, I'm tipping my hat to my good buddy Malcolm Reed with How to Barbecue Right. I'm doing pork belly burn-ins. He's the first person I've ever seen do a video on him. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but trust me, he's the guy who kind of started the whole craze for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my own little version of it. In fact, one of the things I'm doing is using one of my new rubs. I'm using the Central City Barbecue Champion Blend. This is one of my competition rubs. This stuff has won me awards all over the country. And if you're in New Orleans, you can come pick up that one. You can go by and pick up our Central City Barbecue Sweet Heat, which is our everyday barbecue rub here at the restaurant. And then the Central City Barbecue All Purpose, which is my base rub, chicken rub, and it's basically great on everything. And I use that in competition as well. So, with that being said, I'm about to cube up some pork belly. This right here is a really nice looking pork belly. You can see the marble on this bad boy. I'm about to cube this guy up. While I cube this guy up, instead of sitting here watching me the entire time, because I'm actually going to fly through it. I mean, you might have never seen somebody cube up pork belly as fast as I am. I'm about to. Hit that subscribe button. Give yourself something to do while you wait. Be right back. That's it. Got them cubed up. They're in a pan. We're about to rub them with some of the Central City Barbecue Champion Blend. All right. So on my shakers here, I have a split top, and then I have an open top. It's basically where you can actually sift it out or you can spoon it out. We're going to go a nice even coat all the way across. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to toss them around anyway. So this rub here, it's got a really great balance of sweet and heat. It has got a nice chipotle kick to it, but it's definitely the sweeter rub out of the three of the ones we have. Let's toss these around a little bit. Keep adding it. Alright, that should do it. So, next thing we'll do now is put them on a cooler rack. You guys know I love these things. It makes things easy to move around, especially with small stuff like this. Alright, so my belly actually ended up being bigger than my cooler rack, so we're just going to cook these. I'm going to save this for later, maybe cook them tomorrow. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to top the rest of these off with a little bit more of this rub. There's a couple of bald spots on it. The other thing too is, if you notice, I've got them all touching. I don't mind that at all because they're all going to shrink up. So I'm about to get them on the gateway over there. I think it's fired up between 275 and 300 with some lump charcoal and some B&B cherry chunks. See you at the grill. Boy, that cherry wood smells great. Let's get these guys center of the rack while that dirt bike passes by. We'll be back and check on these in about an hour, but I'm going to show you guys a sauce that I'm going to make up for this stuff. Now that I have the pork belly on the grill, the next thing I'm going to do is make a glaze for it. So I'm going with a spicy peach glaze. Very easy. Using this little pot right here that I use on the smoker all the time as well. It's got some nice color to it. First ingredient going in the pot, half a cup of unsalted butter. Get that guy in there. Next, 1 cup of brown sugar. Got 1 cup of a peach preserve. Spoon right here. Let's get that in there. Got 1 cup of honey. Yeah, it's very sweet. But that rub's gonna have a little saltiness to it. That's gonna help out a lot. And in fact, this thing right here, it really is a sweet dish. So don't be afraid of it. Okay. Stick that in there for a second. And lastly, I've got 1 red jalapeno. I'm gonna slice this thing up, put it in there. I don't mind the seeds being in. Doesn't bother me. Okay. Let's lightly stir this up. Doesn't have to be perfectly, again, nothing's melted yet, but it's going to go in the smoker right next to the pork belly. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, it's been an hour and a half. The sauce is melted. Great color in these things. I'll meet you at the table. All right, guys, the pork belly's been on the smoker for about an hour and a half. Check those things out. They got great bark, great color. They're starting to get the fat starting to render. They're getting really juicy. It's time to wrap them up. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a pan. I'll cover the foil real quick. And I want to grab that liquid we made, that glaze. Pour that in the pan first. Get that out of the way. Got the peppers in there. Now, I want to start getting this pork belly and dropping it in. Let's actually move it over a little bit. Look at these guys. They're starting to look happy already. Speaking of happy, apparently we got some happy customers on the patio. Just a nice day here at the restaurant. People enjoying their meals. There's nothing wrong with that, especially with the kids playing. Let me take this off real quick. Okay, now we're going to toss them around in here. Get them completely coated in that glaze. Now they're really starting to get some good color. We got a nice sun coming through in the back end. It's alright. The sun's welcome as well. Let me take this glove off real fast. Stay clean. Alright, now we're going one more time. Central City Barbecue Champion Blend over the top. Along with the wing. Everything in here gets a little rub on it, even smokers. Covered in foil. It goes back in the smoker until they're probe tender. We're going to check them in a minute. Be right back. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. Look at these things. This thing's great color. Probe tender. Now look at them. That thing's just gliding through. Let's grab a little bit there. But we're going to take them out. We're going to sauce them. We're going to put them right back on. All right, this has been another 30 minutes wrapped with that glaze we made earlier. Now what we need to do is we need to toss in some sauce. But I'm using this Central City Barbecue spicy sauce and some sweet sauce, which are two of the next products we actually have on the market, along with our white sauce. But we'll let them cascade a little bit in the bowl. We're gonna go more later. And all I'm gonna do now is lift these guys up, drain them a little bit, drop them in. And then I'm just gonna toss them around. Sweet spicy again, back over the top. Again, well coated all the way around. We're gonna toss them, we'll put them in the pan and get back in the smoker again. Last thing we'll do is one more, drizzle across the top. Just make sure every piece has some. Again here. Let's say it's gonna drain down inside of this rack right here. And one last final dusting. Central City Barbecue Champion Blend over the top. Perfect. Go back in the smoker, we're gonna let the sauce tighten up. What do you guys think? Think it's time to take them off? I think so. We're gonna bring them to the table, let them cool off a little bit. These things right here are nuggets of lava right now. Be right back. All right, the pork belly's been resting for about 10 minutes right here on this table. Those things were piping hot right off the smoker. I wasn't about to lose all the skin in my mouth. I'm ready to try these guys out. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy right here. Look at this. And you can see that. Tacky, sticky, juicy. You don't need any teeth. Tongue can smash these things. I'll be right back. I'm gonna eat a couple more. Wow, those things were amazing. Malcolm, my buddy, thank you for introducing us to these things a handful of years ago. The world appreciates it. And such an easy recipe to make at home. You saw what I did. Grabbed the pork belly, cubed it in 1 inch by 1 inch cubes. I dusted it with the Central City Barbecue Champion Blend barbecue rub. Dude, grab you some of this. If you're in New Orleans, come here at the restaurant. I'm gonna have this stuff online in about a week or so. Check back with us. After that, put it on this cooler rack, threw it on that gateway at close to 300 degrees with some cherry wood. Then we made a glaze with some butter, brown sugar, peach preserves, some honey, and some red jalapeno. Let that stuff just cook down and melt. And the reason why I put that on at that point versus adding it all to the pan later on is because I wanted it hot. I wanted the same temperature as the pork belly. Just think about this. If I would have added all those cold liquids and ingredients to that pan, it would have dropped the temperature of the pork belly. So what happened was I put it in a hot environment and decided to keep that temperature going and that thermal mass, the momentum, keep carrying. So at that point, we wrapped it up for about a half hour. That's all it took. You saw it. That needle was going through that stuff. Took it out, had some Central City Barbecue sweet sauce and spicy sauce, equal amounts, tossed them around, put it back in the rack, back in the smoker, 15 minutes, boom, done. That's all there is to it. Guys, I appreciate it. As always, every week you guys have been supporting me. I love this. I love doing videos for you guys, having a great time. Follow the restaurant social media. Like, we're doing all kind of cool stuff here. Very good time of year to come visit. The patio was, you heard it. We had customers the whole patio was packed. We had customers right outside the thing having fun, kids playing. It's a family environment. Follow myself on social media. I might not be as fun as a patio, but I can answer all your barbecue questions, and I would love to get back to you guys. I would love some feedback. Again, see you guys next week.